little bit more about the project. We gave him a beautiful mug that we got, and
Awesome.
we'll make sure to send you another one.
Is this gentleman a fan of Dostoevsky?
Are you a fan of Dostoevsky, Christian? He's asking you.
Yeah, you know, like it take me a lot. Like Guilherme was the one that really helped me love it and understand, because when I read it when I was really young, I didn't grasp the whole thing.
No.
Now I think I realize how big it is, how big of a masterpiece it is. So it got me excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so you've been introduced to us, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah, and maybe I'll just give you a little bit more context, Professor Vox.
Sure.
I know in the email, in the email things get more confused and complicated. But Artificial Hearts basically was just a project that was really born in my heart. I wanted to watch a cartoon about Brothers Karamazov, right?
You want to watch a cartoon about
The Brothers Karamazov. Brothers Karamazov.
about brothers?
Yeah.
A cartoon about
Yeah, that's how this kind of how this project, this idea was born. And when we met last time, I actually have to make a correction. The first book that I started reading was House of the Dead, but I never finished it. So
Notes from the House of the
yeah, Notes from the House of the Dead. But
Actually, the real Russian is Notes from a Dead House. It's slightly mistranslated. It's Записки от мертвого дома.
Wow.
Notes from a Dead House. But anyway, that's an interesting account of prison. Huh?
Yeah, right. Yeah, but I never finished it.
You know the whole story.
That he was in.
You know how he got there.
You say he was going to get executed, right?
You know that what happened was he wrote, as a young man, he wrote a first novel, which he gave to the most famous critic at that time, a man named Belinsky. Belinsky didn't even want to read it. He said, "This guy's graduate military engineer? What do you?" He said, "Look, you owe me big. Read it." He said he picked it up, he started reading, he couldn't put it down.
Wow.
And he wrote a very adulatory article about it. And soon Dostoevsky became, that is the young Dostoevsky, became enormously popular. It's a Hollywood star.
Oh, wow.
And
That's amazing.
he behaved himself abominably.
Oh, I bet.
Belinsky said I was a genius, and what are you doing, trying to tell me something? People didn't like that very much. So in a short while, he pushed the literary people aside and joined a group of people who were kind of quasi-revolutionaries. And he got into trouble.
Right.
He got arrested and sentenced to death. They were set out on a very cold day in Petersburg, lined up ready to be shot, when a horse galloped up with a declaration from the Tsar that he changed his mind and they didn't want to be sent to prison. So he was in chains, and he walked out to Siberian prison. That's how he ended up there.
Wow.
And you can imagine it was quite an experience.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, he met a kind of people he never would have met otherwise.
Yeah.
And in a certain sense, it made his writing somewhat richer, because he was talking about people that it wouldn't be easy to meet.
Right.
Outside of
Like criminals and murderers.
Criminals,
All the kind of.
Polish revolutionaries.
Oh, Polish that he didn't like, right?
All kinds of people.
Well, no, that's fantastic. And no, thank you again for sharing.
One chapter, by the way, it deals with a Jewish prisoner.
Oh.
And you know that Dostoevsky was accused of being an
Anti-Semite, right? Yeah.
It's a very interesting account.
Wow.
Are you familiar with Jewish prayers in the morning?
Yeah. With the straps. Yeah.
Tefillah. Well, Dostoevsky got it on the wrong arm.
Oh, really?
The great Dostoevsky, who was the master of the human heart, put it on the right arm. It has to be on the left arm.
On the left arm.
Because it's over the heart.
Oh.
I found that kind of amusing.
Wow. Yeah. He did.
So it's quite a story.